I want to share with you 5 credit union personal lines of credit that pull Experian for massive and quick approvals. So if you're interested in that conversation, I want you to stick around till the end of today's talk. Edition of the Awesome Sweaty Kiwi Show. How are you today? I hope you are doing fantastic. I'm doing marvelous if you were to ask me. If you are doing as great as I am, go grab a cup of coffee or tea or vodka and let's roll. In today's conversation, I want to talk to you about 5 credit union personal lines of credit that pull Experian for massive and quick approvals. Number 5 we have here, Genesis. Our score 8.3 over 10. So when you think about a personal line of credit from Genesis, you are looking at a maximum line amount of $10,000. Okay, and the APR goes from 9.49% to 18%. The thing with Genesis is that they want you to apply at a branch or over the phone. Now you can apply online, but your chances of approval are kind of low if you have a poor or fair credit. So we always advise all viewers to apply online, to apply at a branch rather, or over the phone. Okay, so you can use the money from Genesis to actually take care of everything. You can use the money for a large purchase, special occasion, or some other expenses. This is kind of cool. One thing we love also, you can also use the money for home improvements, for medical, surgery, and dental. That's if the needs are not punctual, but actually spread over time. Okay, you can actually, the cool thing is that Genesis will work with you to make sure you have the money quickly. So they'll actually they can give you a check. They can actually send you a series of checks. They can actually give you a credit card, not a credit card, a debit card, where you can tap into the funds. Okay, and then remember, the maximum here is $10,000. Okay, and so you can actually apply over the phone, or you can apply at a branch. If you want to apply over the phone, you can call 1-800-521-8440 extension 5. The number again is 1-800-521-8440 extension 5. Now there are requirements for this line of credit. They want you to make at least $18,000 a year in gross income. They want you to have at least a DTI of a debt to income ratio of at least 35%, at most 35%. Okay, so maximum DTI 35%, maximum CUR of 35% also, and your FICO score should be around 600. Of course, this is a credit union, so you need to be a member of the credit union to qualify for the line of credit. So Genesis 8.3 over 10. Next, we have number 4. We have Unify. Our score 8.8 over 10. Unify is kind of cool. Also, they actually call their line of credit, they call it signature line of credit. Okay, and so you can use the cash for a lot of things. It really depends. But first thing first, I want to say that Unify has excellent customer service. Excellent. They are responsive. They'll work with you. They really treat their members as a family. This is really good. And so if you have any question, you can give them a call before even applying for the line of credit. So for this line of credit, you can use the money for repairs, cash shortfalls, and any other unexpected expenses with a revolving nature. Okay, it's a line of credit, so it has a revolving line of credit nature. What we love here is that they are very generous. Unify is very generous, so they will grant you lines of credit from $1,500 to $50,000. Think about it. So $1,500 to $50,000. This is really good. 50. You have very low variable rates. We love that. We love the fact that they also actually ask you for low minimum payments during the draw period. Okay, as you probably understand, you know that when we talk about line of credit, you have the draw period and then you have the repayment period. So during the draw period, they actually allow you to have very low minimum payments. So this is really good. So you only pay interest on the amount that you tapped into, the amount that you used. This is fantastic. Okay, and even better, if you have a checking account with Unify, which you should anyway, you can take advantage of a 0.25% rate discount on this personal line of credit, on this signature line of credit. One thing we want to say here is that in general, we have seen people actually get a line of credit of $75,000. That is more than the 50 grand with Unify. If you have the right relationship, if you have the right relationship with Unify. So that means you need to have at least a checking account and also a savings account. And those, you must be with them for a long time. If you are with them for a long time, those requirements of $1,500 to $50,000 do not apply to you. You can qualify for much more. Okay, so if you have been with Unify for, let's say, 10 years or 5 years, please tell us in the comment section. And if you want a line amount that is even above, we can teach you, because we have done that ourselves, and for our clients also. We can teach you how to apply for a Unify signature line of credit and get way more than $50,000. It is totally possible. Number 3, folks, we have a Connecta. Our score 9/10. So when you think about Connecta, you think about another stellar credit union. They have excellent credit. They have excellent customer service. Okay, and they call their personal line of credit, they call it signature personal line of credit. Okay, so this gives you the freedom to borrow against your line when you need extra cash, and this can provide you against credit and debit card overdrafts. And Connecta is very generous. Oh man, this is really good. First of all, this line of credit is unsecured, so no collateral is required. Okay, and there's no annual fee. This is really good. And credit limits range from, check this out, $1,000 to $100,000. Okay, and we know clients who have gotten $85,000 in line of credit. This is really good. And the cool thing here is that you can easily transfer funds to checking through Connecta online banking. Okay, and the APR is really decent. You are looking at an APR that goes as low as 7.74%. This is really good. And one thing we love about Connecta in general is that they have excellent customer service, but they also have a great FAQ. They're very good in terms of educating their members. As a matter of fact, they have a member contact center, okay, that actually has all the resources you need. They have a team that will answer your questions. They have resources, they have FAQs, they have tutorials. Fantastic. Okay, now it doesn't matter whatever questions you have. Don't think that the question is stupid or whatever. No, not at all. If you need a specialist, okay, a member of their member contact center team will answer you. Okay, not a problem, and they'll actually hook you up with the right personnel if you need to have someone. Okay, so the number here is 1-888-954-6328, 1-888-954-6328. So they are available Monday through Friday, 5 a.m. to 6 p.m. Pacific. Saturday, 6 a.m. to 3 p.m. Pacific. They don't work on Sunday or federal holidays. Okay, or you can stop by a branch and speak to a Connecta rep in person. So overall, I just want to say that this is a very great line of credit. They actually will approve you from $1,000 to $100,000. This is fantastic. Number 2, we have Andrews FCU. Our score 9.2/10. So when you think about Andrews, I want you to think about a premier line of credit that goes all the way to $50,000. Okay, this is really good. Now, Andrew is somewhat limited geographically, but if you have the right relationship in terms of your biology, your profession, or your location, you can qualify whatever you are in the country. Okay, this is very important. And one thing I want to say here is that with the Andrews, the rates are available or variable, which is great. Because if you want, let's say we are in a situation where the Federal Reserve Bank has very low rates, then you can actually have rates that are adjusted based on the Fed's rate. This is really good. And one thing we love is that you can actually access your money online, by check, or in person at any branch. Totally possible. So in addition to the premier line of credit, they also offer an overdraft line of credit. Okay, so this is linked to your checking account, just in case you ever need it. If you overspend and you need it, it's there for you. And here you have credit lines of up to $10,000. Okay, this is really important. And in terms of eligibility, so you are eligible to join if you are at least 18 years of age. Okay, and you are employed by a member of one of their employer groups. You live, work, attend school, or worship in Washington, D.C. You are or wish to be a member of the American Consumer Council. This is one route where everybody can qualify for Andrews FCU. You just need to join the American Consumer Council, make a small donation, and then you're in. So you don't need to have any military affiliation, any geographical affiliation, or any biological affiliation, or any professional affiliation. You don't need that. Okay, so this is what I was telling you about. And so one thing I want to say here also is that if you don't want to be part of the American Consumer Council, you can still qualify based on your affiliation with specific military installations in the States, in Europe. Okay, this is totally fine. And one thing I want to say overall is Andrews is really great at raising your line of credit if you need it. And if you have the right financial profile, if you're using the funds appropriately, if you can justify why you need a line of credit limit increase, this is kind of important. You need to be able to articulate why you need a higher limit anyway, okay? I'll be right back right after this. Don't go anywhere. Welcome back, folks, to another session of the Awesome Sweaty Kiwi Show. We are still having a conversation today about 5 credit union personal lines of credit that pull Experian for massive and quick approvals. Number 1, the best of the best, First Tech. Our score 9.5 over 10. Now, First Tech is not really generous in terms of the line, because they actually approve you all the way to 25,000. However, they are really great in terms of customer service. They are really great in terms of renewing your line of credit. They are really great in terms of giving you flexibility in terms of repaying your line of credit. This is really great. On top of that, they have a great educational platform to make sure you understand the ins and outs of lines of credit. So that's why we chose them as number 1. Okay, with First Tech, you have instant access to cash when you need it. Okay, the APR is kind of decent, minimum 10.5%. Okay, and so you have a revolving line of credit, and so this is kind of cool if you want access to extra cash on demand to pay for emergencies like medical bills and home repairs. Okay, this is really good. And one thing I want to say here is that you will get a revolving line of credit at a variable rate. Okay, and you can apply for this line of credit online. You can actually they will send you you can actually go through what they call the digital document delivery, so you can actually provide your documentation online or through a secured website. Okay, and you do have a fast loan decision within 24 hours. They should get back to you, and they have gotten back to people within the same day. It depends on the queue of applications that they have and how busy they are overall in the office. Okay, and so what we love with First Tech is that they have a great mobile app. You are able to follow your line of credit online. You're able to do it on a desktop computer also. Okay, and they also actually allow you to what we love here is there is no prepayment penalty, there is no application fee, there is no origination fee. This is really good. You have free overdraft transfers. Interest may apply though, but those are free. Okay, so overall you have a great product from First Tech, and what we love, as I've said before, is the customer service. This is just fantastic. You have also the flexibility in the loan and the flexibility in the line of credit. This is really great. And when you have an institution that is that takes care of their members so well, we love that. So First Tech, our score 9.7 over 10, the best of the best. If you have made it so far, I have a bonus for you. Okay, and our bonus is NASA FCU. Our score 8 over 10. The thing with NASA is that a soft pull is possible. So right off the bat, you know that you're not going to decimate your FICO score without any chance to actually avoid that. So you go through a soft pull, and if you like the number they give you, you can apply it for real for a line of credit. At least you have a chance to control how things are done, right? So with NASA FCU, you actually have up to $30,000 in line of credit. That's the maximum amount they can approve. But the cool thing is that their repayment period is kind of high too. So you're looking at up to 84 months. This is really good. This is 7 years, okay? And the APR here as low as 7.49%. This is really good. We love that. And one thing I want to say also is that in general, when you think about NASA FCU, I want you to think about quick delivery of funds. The approval process is really fast. You gotta be in a situation where you have, especially if you are a long-term member of the institution. This is fantastic. Okay, they will work with you. They will make sure you have the right documentation. But the one thing I want to say that is that they want you to have minimum 600 in FICO score. And if they ask you a question, they do have a very intensive, I would say, application process. They will ask you for lots of documentation. And if they do ask you, please do not ghost them. You want to reply to their request ASAP, because the thing is that they're really fast, but they also love people who work very fast also. Okay, and make sure that you attach your personal financial statements, your bank statements for the last 3 months, your tax returns for the last 2 to 3 years. Okay, because you want to establish proof of net worth, proof of financial responsibility. They will check your credit score anyway. And overall, NASA FCU, their customer service is, I would say, good, not excellent. They could do better. People have complained about long waiting times. People have complained about lack of transparency in terms of their credit products. So yeah, it is what it is. Overall, we think NASA FCU is a great institution. It's our score 8/10. They will take care of you up to $30,000, and they have flexible terms up to 84 months. Okay, this is fantastic. Let me give you an overview here before we actually close today's conversation. So when we talk about personal lines of credit, you need to understand that a personal line of credit is basically a set amount. Okay, it is a set amount of money from which you can borrow up to the limits for a given period of time. It's really important to understand that. This is kind of similar to a credit card. Okay, so the period within which you can draw the money is called the draw period. Okay, so similar to a credit card, you draw the amount you need from the available balance, and you only pay interest on that amount. Okay, and so basically, when a credit union approves you, they actually make the cash available to you. They can either send you a series of checks, they can put the money into a separate account for you. They can put actually the money, and so they can actually give you a card, a debit card you can use to draw money from that line of credit account. Okay, it's very important. So here are the pros and cons of a line of credit. The pros: you have flexible access to funds. You can pay interest only on what you use. You have a reusable cash flow situation, and you have the ability to strategically combine and pay off high interest debt. Here are the cons. So you have potentially high interest rates. Additional fees may apply, and you may be difficult to obtain. Okay, this line of credit may be difficult to obtain, especially if you don't have the right relationship with the credit union. Okay, so you also have to think about secured versus unsecured personal lines of credit. The thing is, if you want to pledge collateral and you're comfortable about the value of that collateral, you can pledge it so that you have an unsecured line of credit. You have a secure line of credit rather. Okay, the good thing about secure line of credit is that you are benefiting from a higher line amount. So the limit is higher, and the APR could be lower because you are telling the credit union that you have skin in the game. Okay, you are helping them mitigate risk. This is really important. And one thing I also want to say here is that there might be some fees associated with the line of credit. So you can have a late payment fee if you are delinquent on payments. You can have a transaction fees. So some credit unions will charge you a small fee every time you make a withdrawal. So you want to ask everything. You want to ask all questions about the fees before you start. This is really important, okay? And one thing I also want to say here is that you need to understand that a credit union will actually monitor your payment history, not just during the draw period, but also during the repayment period, which is really critical because that's when you have to make payments like crazy. Okay, very important. Let me give you a few pro tips before we close today's conversation. If you want to qualify for a line of credit at a credit union or at a bank for that matter, make sure that you understand their requirements. So most credit unions will actually pay attention to your credit history, to your credit score, to your income and existing debts. So when we talk about income and existing debt, we are speaking indirectly about your DTI ratio. So your debt to income ratio, this is really important, okay? The relationship between your debts and your income. So you have to actually evaluate all of those elements. And even better, if you can get a credit union that will do a soft pull for approval first, that is even better, because you don't want to ruin your FICO score by 10 points or 15 points or whatnot, okay? So you're getting a soft pull to see what kind of line of credit you can qualify for. This is really great. And so once you are approved, once you've chosen the right credit union for you, don't forget, when we talk about credit unions, you need to become a member first too, though. So you need to be eligible for membership. So this is an additional layer of requirements that is there for you. But once you are approved, you can actually receive the money depending on the specific product you choose. Some credit unions may provide you with checks or a card, as I said before, to use specifically for your personal line of credit. Or if you have additional products with the financial institution, your money could be deposited into another account, like a checking account, when you are ready to use it. This is very important, okay? And one thing I also want to say here is that make sure that you are current during the repayment period. This is the time when the credit union will just make sure that you stay current on your repayments. This is very important. So the bottom line is a personal line of credit right for you? Well, the thing is, you have to choose wisely, because a personal line of credit is not for everyone. Okay, when we talk about any credit related product in general, it's important to have a repayment plan in place, because failing to make payments on time or to repay your loan or line of credit on time can negatively impact your credit score. Okay, so personal lines of credit can be a flexible way and smart way, that is, to borrow money when you are not sure exactly when you might need it. Okay, so this is really important. And one thing I also want to say here is that if you are interested in learning more, please drop us any question you may have down below, or you can just send us an email, and we'll just be very happy to answer you. Be specific in your question though, be very specific, okay? Before I do a recap here, please check out our loan evaluation approach. We have a strict methodology on this show when it comes to evaluating, categorizing, and listing lines of credits and loans. Check this out. All right, let's quickly recap here. So here are the 5 credit union personal lines of credit that pull Experian for massive and quick approvals. Number 1, First Tech, 9.7 over 10. Number 2, Andrews, FCU, 9.2 over 10. Number 3, Connecta, 9 over 10. Number 4, Unify, 8.8 over 10. Number 5, we have Genesis, 8.3 over 10. And in the bonus category, we have NASA, FCU, 8 over 10. Thank you so much for your attention. I really appreciate it. I'll see you next time. God bless you. But until then, remember, stay marvelous.